U.S. Air Force Research Lab has begun building a pod-mounted laser weapon designed to keep friendly aircraft safe from enemy missiles. The Self-Protect High-Energy Laser Demonstrator, or SHIELD. The pod is under construction at Kirtland Air Force Base, New Mexico. If successful, one of SHIELD's descendants will protect older Air Force fighters, tankers, and surveillance aircraft from missile attacks. The SHIELD pod, which the Air Force worked on with Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman, will consist of three major subsystems including the pod itself, the laser, and beam control. Air Force Research Laboratory received the pod this month, and the two remaining subsystems will arrive later this year. Ahead of putting experimental directed energy weapons onto its fighter jets, the U.S. Air Force is testing how these systems will operate at high speed and high altitude by trialing them in wind tunnels. Equipping fighters with directed energy, or DE, weapons, which use high-energy lasers or microwaves to engage threats, is a long-standing Air Force ambition, but one that has suffered from some well-documented delays. The latest wind tunnel work may help address some of the problems encountered so far. Missiles dominate modern air-to-air combat. Aircraft are at risk from air-to-air and surface-to-air missiles, both of which fly at Mach 2.5 in order to catch up to and intercept planes. These missiles fly too fast for conventional guns to reliably track and destroy them, particularly since an outgoing projectile is subject to wind, gravity, and other factors. Lasers, however, are immune to many of the problems afflicting conventional guns. Lasers don't fly a ballistic profile, but rather travel at 186,000 miles per second in a perfectly straight line. An aircraft-mounted laser would also have an unlimited number of shots. The SHIELD is a tech demonstrator, meaning it will never see combat. But if it's successful, it will eventually lead to a pod-mounted laser for other U.S. Air Force aircraft. Older fighters like the F-15 and F-16 could strap on laser pods for active protection from missiles. Meanwhile, transports like the C-17 Globemaster III, tankers like the KC-135 Stratotanker and KC-46 Pegasus, and even airborne warning and control planes like the E-3 Sentry could have the means to shoot down enemy missiles for the first time. The Air Force expects to conduct a full test of the SHIELD laser pod in 2023. Meanwhile, there has been some progress made by using a ground-based solid-state laser known as the Demonstrator Laser Weapon System. DLWS is a surrogate for SHIELD. In this way, DLWS has proved its ability to shoot down a number of air-launched missiles over the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico. Although ground-based laser systems are generally more mature than their airborne counterparts, it's worth noting that the DLWS is described as being in the tens of kilowatts class, while Lockheed Martin has already delivered a 60-kilowatt class laser weapon system to the U.S. Army. U.S. Army to test new microwave weapon for defeating drones. The U.S. Army will conduct field testing of a new microwave weapon designed to protect military bases from incoming drones as early as 2023, following an on-site demonstration at Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico. THOR, which stands for Tactical High Power Operational Responder, was built at Kirtland FB and provides protection against multiple targets that simultaneously threaten military installations. Army Lieutenant General Neil Thurgood said he watched the weapons system on the base earlier this month and that the service's investment in microwave and laser weapons addresses a growing problem that requires new tools to defend troops and infrastructure. The Army's directed energy capabilities will need to provide a layered defense with multiple ways to defeat incoming threats. Thurgood said, high-energy lasers kill one target at a time, and high-powered microwaves can kill groups or swarms, which is why we are pursuing a combination of both technologies. Head of the Air Force Research Laboratory's Directed Energy Directorate that built THOR said the Army plans to invest as a partner starting in October and begin field testing by 2023. They intend to procure enough systems for a platoon unit in 2023 to do experimentation with a mix of weapons. They will put microwave and lasers together in a single unit to assess how to deploy it all. The laboratory spent $15 million to build THOR in cooperation with Albuquerque-based engineering firm Veris Research as well as BAE Systems and Leidos. It first demonstrated the system in 2019. The microwave system works like a flashlight. using a wave that spreads out to disable anything within its electromagnetic cone. This system output is powerful radio bursts, which offer greater engagement range than bullets or nets, and its effects are silent and instantaneous.